Well, when I'm asked, Greg, what types of medical liability or medical malpractice cases do you see that involve babies that are born or through the birthing process, the labor and delivery process? There are so many different kinds of cases that we see in these instances. Many times we see cases where the obstetrician had an opportunity, had they been vigilant enough to see that the baby was in distress and opt for a cesarean section, and didn't do that because they weren't fully aware that the child was in distress, that the fetal heartbeat showed that there was evidence of distress that was going on. So through that birthing, if the birthing process itself, that child can sustain injury. Sometimes they're not delivered in a timely fashion when they're actually showing evidence of distress before the birth itself. Other times we see cases where there is a delivery of that child and the child sustains injury during the delivery. Sometimes it's an instance where the child sustains what we call a brachial injury, or injury to the brachial plexus area, or shoulder dystocia injury, and that child might have permanent injuries or damages from that. Sometimes it's a neurological injury where the obstetrician uses forceps and there is a lack of oxygen during that birthing process, or there is a spinal injury involved through the birthing process itself. Or at times, sometimes the delivery is accomplished without any injuries to the mother or to the child. But in the days that follow, because of lack of monitoring of that baby, the child has an illness or an infection that isn't timely diagnosed or treated. And those kinds of injuries are some of the saddest injuries that we see, because they're so tragic to see a child that would have such lifelong injuries like that. And many times a life care plan is necessary to show what kind of treatment that little baby will need over his or her lifetime. And we're there to make sure that that fully happens if indeed there has been a deviation in the standard of care. These are complex cases. We review and analyze all the medical records of the mom through the prenatal and birthing process and through the hospitalization while they're delivering. We analyze the records of the baby and the infant from the time of delivery until the time of injury and thereafter. We have those records analyzed by really astounding experts that have excellent reputations in the medical community, and to make a determination, has there been a breach or deviation below the professional prevailing standard of care that caused injuries to baby or mom? And if the answer to that is yes, then we will pursue that claim until it is successfully resolved, either through trial or through resolution, through settlement, to make sure that our clients receive the full compensation to take care of themselves or their children in that tragic instance. So here, call us at Perenich the Law Firm. I've been handling these cases for more than 25 years, and I will give you my best considered legal advice as to what your options are in those types of cases to make sure, if indeed the claim does merit this, that you and your family receive the compensation that you truly deserve.